YouTube, we back at it again. We back with another one. Back to the back, man. They said it wasn't gonna be no another one, but it's always another one. Another day, another dollar, another hoe gon' holla. Now, I ain't know it's a train robbery business shit going on, but this is what Tommy G is for. Tommy G is to educate us on the things that goes on. Look at all these goddamn packages. Like the video before we click on this video. Like the video. Come on, comment, do a little something, do a little like or comment, a little something. I know you scared. I know you scared and shy. I know you like, I ain't gonna like the video. I ain't gonna comment, but be that nigga that stand out, my nigga. Why you trying to be the follower? Be the nigga who stand out and like the video. And then watch the niggas follow behind you. and guess what happens when you like the video? You gonna see when you like the video. Find out. We gonna find out. No, this is crazy. Why is there so many Amazon packages?
Begin tonight with the latest on an attempted train burglary just east of Bakersfield.
This is a merchandise from the trains left on the tracks, suspected of being taken from the trains by thieves.
Your spanking new office printer might be delayed a few days in transit if it was parked on a FedEx rail car that was parked here Friday morning near Union Avenue. This was the scene early Friday on the tracks near Union, north of California Avenue.
What the fuck? And this is a business?
How do you feel while doing this?
A lot of adrenaline. I love it. That's kind of why I do it, you know.
No. Was there an event in your life, like a financial stressor that said, this is...
Where do we, how do we take things? How do we take something?
Would you guys say this is every night?
Yep, I do it almost every night.
What can you stand to make in a week doing this?
25K.
How the fuck?
Now, sometimes you guys stop the trains.
Yeah, go grab a car or whatever, anywhere, pull it up on the tracks. You want to put like the hazards or something on so the train will see it from the back. Enhanced graphics. That was kind of fancy. I'll have to look into that one.
The big question is, who pays? Well, in the long run, most likely insurance companies, which means you and I.
I'm not paying for it. I don't know who you talking about as in you and I. No, insurance company as in insurance. Bezos, the people like that. I'm not paying for it. I don't know what he talking about. Somebody lost their package today. Ain't got nothing to do with me.
When I imagine train robberies, I think back to the Wild West days when rugged outlaws like Jesse James and Butch Cassidy would assemble a posse, then ride in on horseback to storm a train, execute their heist, and get away with the loot. And I would have told you that these train robberies were a thing of the past. That was until I got word that the business of train heist is alive and well. And in Bakersfield, California, where our episode takes place, these robberies can occur on a nightly basis. Now, I've made a career out of being fascinated by the mind of an outlaw, and today we meet many of them involved in this train business. We witness these guys live in action, see how they evade law enforcement, and we get a first-hand look at how their underground economy works. This is a world where people drive cars onto train tracks to get a train to stop to initiate the heist. To be successful at this, thieves have to avoid the federal agents, local law enforcement, and private detectives that patrol the railways and hunt down crime. This, folks, is the modern-day Wild West. Let's dive in. Folks, right here in the video, we're supposed to be a sponsor.
What the fuck? It's that many cops around there, and they doing this. They bold as hell.
But they wanted me to read from a script and do some gas commercial, and I just didn't want to do it. All I want to do is make the best possible from theft.
How bad is it?
Pretty bad, man. It was to the point that people were still like the Red Bull.
People are stealing Red Bull. According to the Hammurabi Code, it's to be
niggas be selling Red Bull
by either cutting your hand off or by death. So it's something that people have taken very seriously for a long time. But it seems like now more than ever in this current era, it's It's the most lightly punished it's ever been.
They say robbed the East Bakersfield Walmart last week. The robbery happened last Thursday, March 11th, just before 1:30 in the afternoon.
Nearby, there's people that are waiting for this thing to stop so they can get on board and get everything off of it. Someone's gonna crack it open and see what they can get. Maybe it's oranges, maybe it's baby supplies, maybe it's Amazon packages. Who knows? Something important could be on the way to your house, but instead, someone's gonna get their grubby paws on it, and you're gonna have to get your order reshipped.
Begin tonight with the latest on an attempted train burglary just east of Bakersfield.
Boxes of merchandise from the trains left on the tracks, suspected of being taken from the trains by thieves.
Criminals is smart. These niggas said, let's just steal the shit before it even make it to their place. Before it even get to them niggas' cribs, we can just steal it off the train.
Bakersfield, California is a place you probably haven't heard of. Some people call it the armpit of California. It's rough out here. I mean, you have lots of homeless, and if you're a homeless guy with nothing to lose, what is it to you to try and take some things off a train and sell it?
Oh, damn. God damn. Nigga shit is getting ransacked. My package probably got ransacked.
So clearly, something has gone down right around here. There's hundreds and hundreds of boxes here, and my first impression of this operation is kind of like a smash and grab. This was going out to Washington to a lady named Debbie, and this is going out to Jean in Washington. So a lot of people on the West Coast were looking for important shit. Who knows if a kid had a birthday coming up? And also, how much of this theft is wasted? Like, what can a person really do with a precision egg cooker? How much can you resell that for? I would guess they're looking for electronics, chargers, computers, video cameras, I don't know. If I had to choose between doing this and running into a Best Buy, I would choose the Best Buy all day. This to me seems like just one of the more dirty and messy ways to make some sort of income. No one's turning into Jeff Bezos off of this.
That definitely is. Do y'all see that? What is it? Profitable? It definitely doesn't seem. He say you make $25K, but that's just off selling items, basically. We can sell items. Yeah, I don't. That seemed like too much work for me. I'm not gonna lie. Too many steps.
What percent of the thieves are homeless versus professionals? And this is a camp right next to all the action. I mean, just by the disorganized look at the scene, I would guess it's more of a homeless than a professional job.
Big bro Dre.
Nothing about it. It's not my business. This is my business.
It's crazy, right? You feel like the boxes and shit everywhere.
Yeah.
How you feeling? How you living, big bro Dre? I just found out that it's a business of train robberies.
They don't really do it right here anymore.
People are getting busted for it?
One's looking at deportation. If they caught you on the train grabbing something, they could bust you. But once you left the train, they couldn't do anything about it.
Damn. So they can't come after you once you
We're
off the
suiting up
train?
right now during what's prime time train hours, which is from now about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock till 2 a.m. But I guess from the clues that we've been getting, we're dealing with more of an addict homeless situation and like sketchy characters on the fringes.
No, this is crazy.
What percent of people in this game would you say are homeless versus professional?
About 70% are homeless, to be honest with you.
How long have you been doing this for?
I'm probably going on like 3 or 4 years now.
God damn.
Over those 3 or 4 years.
Quite a bit. Probably too many to count, to be honest. It's we just drive around, you know, that's kind of what we do around here is we just drive around, and then if we see a train.
Ashwagandha, is that like a gummy or some shit? Some type of.
Doing a mission, like how do you plan this out?
Honestly, there's not really much planning behind it. It's you see it, you go, you know, and jump on it right away.
Yeah, I heard about it. I don't take it or nothing. You be taking it? What it do?
For this person take off, or you know, when are the cops going to show up?
Is security getting heavier and heavier now that this is becoming more of a common thing?
I would say so, yeah. They've started parking trucks and security guards around where the trains stop and things like that. Back in the day, you know, you wouldn't have none.
What it's supposed to do?
Be there and open shit up, and you'll be there for a cool, like, 2-3 hours or something like that, you know?
Now, sometimes you guys stop the trains.
Yeah, go grab a car.
Stopping a train to rob the packages off of it.
Most time you want to put like the hazards or something on so the train will see it farther back.
How much money can you stand to make on a mission?
I've made about $5,000.
Not knowing when a train might roll through, we gave E-Money a GoPro and told him to record a mission so we could see how it all goes down. Here's what he captured.
No, E-Money is a crazy man. This E-Money really be on this? How far do we go? Cause if he got the GoPro.
With popping because I don't have the full covers on me.
Nigga forgot tools?
How do you feel while doing this?
A lot of adrenaline, just pumping, you know, it's a crazy feeling. I love it. That's kind of why I do it, you know, it's exciting and just fun to do.
No, this ain't fun. This is wow. Seemed like a lot of work.
We separated from E-Money and set out on our own to patrol the tracks. Our goal was to be in position and near the action if a train robbery was going to happen that night. Here's what went down.
At least 2 different crews are doing their inventory right now, seeing what's on the inside, and from what we understand, there's serious consequences for this now in California. California is not as light criminally as they used to be, so we're kind of just waiting to see what they find and seeing what our next step is.
I'm on my way.
What the fuck?
What are you looking for on the trains? What are you hoping to find on the trains?
Anything worth profit. I mean, I've found $100 worth of cards, you know, like little we call them player cards and stuff like that. 2 or 3 people inside, and we just throw them out. Just start throwing them like this. People on the ground will grab them, and just throw them in the truck. After that, we'll go to a different location.
So there's an organized team.
Yeah.
It could be anywhere from like 3 to, you know, 6 people.
So we just throw them out.
What's going on? They're hitting it? By the truck?
What the fuck going on?
What the is going on? He said they're hitting it over here. Go way back there. Do I move? You go? Right. So we were catching the action. No. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit.
What the fuck?
Okay, so going on right behind us right
This
now.
is like FedEx workers at their finest. These is like FedEx workers. These what FedEx workers be on. You seen FedEx unloading a truck? This is what I had to do, unload a truck. You niggas is y'all getting a good workout in. That's what I'm saying. I don't see, no, hell no. That's too much work. Likes you, calm you, anxiety release, focus more. Oh no, I ain't taking that. I ain't taking that. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's law enforcement right there. Hey, the cops are right there. Hey, the sheriff's right there.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa,
The
whoa,
cops
whoa.
are right there. Hey, the sheriff's right there. Hey. What the f?
Holy shit, we should go.
Should we get back in the car?
Yeah, go.
Miguel,
Miguel.
let's get back in the car. What the f was that, dude? Holy shit!
So you might be wondering why we were running back to the car. Keep in mind, we had just seen the sheriff, and what we weren't sure of in that moment was what were the legal ramifications even being near a train robbery. As you can imagine, robbing a train is a big federal crime. Under the U.S. Code's Title 18, Section 1991, anyone who assaults, robs, or attempts to rob a train can face serious prison time.
Up to 20
Anyone
years.
Who assaults, robs, or attempts to rob a train can face serious prison time, up to 20 years. It's considered an act of theft on interstate commerce, which of course makes it the business of the feds.
He basically is like, are you guys the cops? We said no. Then he starts opening it up and just going ham. Then a sheriff drives by, and then it just lurches. Okay, so obviously there is no place for stealing. I'm not advocating it, but the adrenaline rush of just being by the action, I can see why these guys are addicted just to the thrill of the job. That was insane, wasn't it?
But what if you're not robbing the train? You're like us, near it. If you are caught trespassing within a certain distance of train tracks, you could still be committing a crime. We filmed this in California, and doing some research into this, it looks like California laws make it a misdemeanor to trespass within 20 feet of the tracks. This can land you up to 1 year in county jail. Luckily, we filmed this entire episode within 21 feet or further from the tracks.
So what if
this nigga really care about the feet? Take his adrenaline and won't annoy you.
Agreed. The way I look at it is, if you're ordering it off of Amazon,
my goal is to not take nothing and
you gotta wait to.
I can just control my own shit on my own. That's how I be. That's how I be.
What stands out to me is the outright lawlessness. I think people in other countries watching this, seeing this happens in the United States, I think it would blow their minds.
No, it's blowing my mind.
The sheriff would drive by as you're blatantly stealing packages from a train, which is a federal offense, that he just keeps going on with his day. Where else does that happen? It's Keegan's birthday today, so happy birthday, Keegan.
This is birthday?
Happy birthday, Keegan. No better way to
And
celebrate
he
a birthday
celebrating
than
it,
by
seeing train robbers.
And 2 minutes before, Googling whether it's a felony or misdemeanor.
Enhanced graphics. That was kind of fancy. I have to look into that one. Some cream junk.
Talking about some cream junk.
Some wheelchair stuff. Kitchen stuff. What's that, wrapping paper or something?
Damn, nobody getting their packages.
Like a cover or something. Shoes. Ooh, a nice little bag. That's about it. Didn't get too many this time, but had to get out of there. The train started moving.
Is that unusual for the train to start moving like that?
No, especially when they're like switching conductors like that.
So how would you rate the haul overall?
This one's one of the lower end ones. Altogether right there, probably 150, maybe.
I saw a sheriff look at someone stealing and kept driving.
150.
Yeah, sheriff's out here.
That's what I'm saying. Be bad as hell. That was my B-Day. I'm up here chasing train robbers.
If caught, what's the penalty?
I don't know. It's probably a good few years or so. They're fighting a big case for sure. It's federal.
So it's very spur of the moment. It went from nothing's gonna go down tonight to 2-minute notice just happened.
Yes, and that's how it goes. You know, whenever you get the call, you gotta hurry up and get there. 90% of it, to be honest with you.
Talking to this guy got me wondering how many stolen goods are floating around in places
That's
like
all
Facebook
that
Marketplace
is
and
on
OfferUp.
Facebook.
I mean, how many people completely unaware are furnishing their homes, buying gifts for their kids, even getting school supplies like laptops and calculators without realizing that we too are participating in the underground economy. One of the train robbers told me like this straight up. If it's a brand new item listed at 50% of retail or less, or an item missing its original packaging, chances are it's stolen. It made me wonder what percent of goods on a site like Facebook Marketplace are lifted items. One day, when I interview Mark Zuckerberg, I will ask him for his take on this. But for now, it's wild to think that any one of us could have something in our homes that we use on a daily basis that was stolen in a train heist. Would you consider yourself to be an entrepreneur?
Ain't nobody caring about that.
Yeah.
What's your next move?
Get rid of the boxes, honestly, and then start pricing stuff out.
Have you ever been close to getting caught?
Yeah, we had somebody, where to stop. They were on the other side of the fence, I think got some property or something, and they said they were calling the cops, and we hear it all the time, so we push on for a little bit, and this time the cops, they showed up pretty fast, and so they show up, and we all just dip down. You gotta get low and just gone, dude.
Last night, a train robber approached us in an off-camera meeting and told us about his operation. He had stash houses, getaway drivers, and lookouts stationed in the mountains. So the next morning, we spent the day tracking the train through the mountains, trying to see it from a train robber's point of view. Behind me is another train going towards Bakersfield. We're gonna see if we can link up with the guys that are gonna hit this train. This is some modern day rodeo shit.
We finna link up with the
We
niggas?
returned to the towns of Bakersfield and Oildale to see yet another train robbery, but first we had to talk to the locals.
This will go on every day.
Are you aware that most nights when the train stops, people just descend on the trains and just take everything they can out of it?
I know that happens, but I don't know if it happens near here.
And I don't know if you saw the boxes that are on the side of the road.
No, I haven't seen them.
But what do you think about that?
I think it's horrible. They're going to catch somebody robbing a train.
Now, here's something that's going to blow your mind. We saw it last night. A sheriff drove right by as a guy was opening up the train and taking boxes, and he just kept driving by.
Wow.
What do you think about that?
Maybe he didn't see it. I mean, how could you not see it?
I mean, we get people coming here all the time.
Exactly.
Just walk up, grab and walk out.
Yeah.
Not even care.
There's a bunch of criminals here.
Yeah.
There is, especially in Oildale. There are. Yeah, you have to be very careful. We have cameras at my house. I mean, we take all precautions. They just stole our mailbox not long ago.
You got your mailbox?
Yeah, our community mailbox. Yeah. So that's my husband.
Hello. How you doing? Sir, I hear you're missing a mailbox.
Yes, sir, I am. And yeah, there's a lot of thieving going on around these neighborhoods.
Are you aware that the trains get hit regularly?
Yeah, I heard all about that, yeah.
What do you think about it?
I think it's a bunch of bull. Yeah, that's not even right. They should have more security on those trains than they do. Yeah, I don't understand how they can get in those trains so easy and take all the stuff off of them without anybody noticing.
No, look, folks, this is romance right here. Sir, what did you just do? You handed her what?
Ruffles, potato chips.
And it's not even Valentine's Day, huh?
Oh, yeah. We love each other, though.
Yeah, we do.
We've been married 20 years, bud.
Congratulations. All right, guys, stay safe. Have a good night. So we have the helicopter circling. It's about the same time last night that is it a helicopter?
That's 100% a helicopter. No plane moves like that.
And he's just circling the train area, huh?
Yeah. Their center of rotation is 100% around the...
Holy shit, it's shining right at it.
Yeah.
They is wow. I would not be there. Not me.
So here we go. Here's some of the fragments of what remains from last night. They obviously cleared it out. They have some sort of system. Whole Foods, Amazon returns. So yeah, Amazon lost out last night. So now our job for the rest of the night is, one, talk to the guys that have their hands in this and get more of the story from them. Two, see if there's another mission, which chances are there will be. It just is, will we be in the right place at the right time when it goes down? There's way other ways I would rather steal. If I had to get into the business of stealing,
yeah, these niggas steal in the worst way
to make money in. So we're going to a spot that is involved in the package smuggling, and the local's going to tell us about it. What are we looking at here?
So right here, they use this as like their gateway to get back and forth to the tracks. There's a old pipe yard that the fence is ripped open on it, obviously.
So they go through here, another hole.
That's where actually the
tracks.
You can see where the train's at right there.
Mm-hmm. So this is a popular place in the city where the train gets hit.
Mm-hmm. This whole road, there's like 10 sets of tracks that run across there. That's probably where that train is right there. Is probably the second or third row of tracks.
Why do you think this doesn't get fixed?
Because it's not the train's property, or the train federal property. It's someone else's property. They come in yellow totes, and a lot of the stuff does. It comes in. Like those trains right there, they're just stacked with yellow totes of, like, I would say, like all kinds of shit, 99-cent store type stuff.
So how many main spots throughout the city would you say get hit?
Anywhere along the tracks, really.
The last spot we were at, helicopter was circling. You think that's preventative on the police's part?
Yeah, it helps because the guys know that the cops got the helicopters got the flare, so they can see them even if they don't have the light on. So that helps. You gotta like penalize these people for this shit.
It got a flare? What is a flare?
Breaking in, stealing shit, and going to jail and getting let out the next day. And then they just let them stack up their cases, and they keep getting busted, and then eventually, yeah, they throw them in jail, but they don't do long enough, and people aren't going to learn, and nobody wants to work. They want everything easy. It's all fun and games until it happens to you, right?
So just another example of sloppy thieving. People want to have sympathy, and I get it. Like if someone's down on their luck and they fall back on rent, that's one thing. But when you just want to turn the entire city into your own trash can, that's where I draw the line. Would you say you have any economic stressors in your life?
Well, my motto is everything's a hustle since when I was born.
To get into
Everything's
some
a
of these
hustle.
things, like did it come from economic struggle where like, hey, I gotta pay a bill, so I'm gonna try something new? Or like, how did you even get into this world?
Dad didn't do some of the smarter stuff. He did a lot of dumb shit. I guess I kind of fell on that same path.
So is it more the thrill or the economics of it?
A little bit of both.
We got connected to a local.
Little bit of both. What
he
about
was
the
gonna be
money?
going on a train job later that night, so I asked him about how he evades law enforcement and how he prepares for a mission. Here's what he said.
You just got out of jail? What was that? And what'd you get hit for?
I was coming on probation once and shit. I've been running out doing dumb shit all the time. Not going for it, just doing cool shit.
So how often do you do the train business?
Yeah, I don't really do it too much anymore like I was, because after when I seen a lot of the federal marshals out there, they're cracking down on it pretty big.
Federal marshals are out there?
Yeah, they've been seen out there. I've seen personally my own two eyes, federal marshals out there going and doing sweeps out there. They're picking up people. They were doing three cars linked at a row at a time with the pepper ball guns and shit in the cars, lighting down next to the train. So when the train stops, they're driving up and down it the whole time as it stops, patrolling it. So, you can go further from railroad tracks, skip to the tracks or the little C trains that you've got, of course. But
what do you got?
That's the standard.
Do you actually use that?
Yeah, it's the best way to have it. But just me, I won't get caught with it. I'm gonna toss it out before they catch up to me.
It's just amazing what drugs will make someone do, and it just feels, I don't want to say like a waste, but like all this stolen stuff is just going to a cycle that gets deeper and deeper. Like it's not like, oh, if I hit enough trains, then I'll be able to move on to something else. It doesn't have the same glamour as the outlaw cowboys back in the day hitting trains. This will be our last night out in the train.
Nigga said the glamour. It wasn't glamour.
And see.
All right.
Let's see what we see.
As we walked up to the scene, we realized that the trains had just been hit right before we got there, so we got to approach the crews on the ground to see what the next step in their business process was.
In the background right now, there's a guy just going through boxes. And again, as we came here, look at that, that's a sheriff right there. I don't know how obvious that is from the road. Seen pretty heavy police activity through here, and right in the back there's a crew going through fresh boxes. So I don't know if there's another train coming or if we just kind of missed it and we're seeing the aftermath. But either way, it's kind of like piranhas on a fresh piece of meat. So you guys doing?
Talking about what's up, you guys?
Is it a good haul?
Right there. I don't know what they're taking.
These yellow bags are from the train?
Yeah.
You were the guy we saw 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
Did you get hurt? Because the train like lurched.
No, I always jump off like that, man.
We've seen like 2 or 3 sheriffs drive by. They just don't give a shit, do they?
The minute, if it would have been like a bunch of fucking, they would have probably called me up, but...
You may hear me mention a few times expressing shock that the sheriffs did nothing but just drove by, but there may be an explanation for this. One of the train robbers told me that because the tracks are federal jurisdiction, the local PD has a tough time building cases that stick on these guys.
Oh,
Not
that's
sure if that is
true.
all true, but more on that later. I have an arrest story coming for you guys in just a couple minutes.
Would you guys say this is every night?
Almost every
They're off
night.
the Bakersfield, east side of Bakersfield, you know what I mean? That's where I'm from. Trying to get $1 out of 15 cents. Yeah, that's it, man. We just trying to eat. Pick me up, Right here by the bridge. I already got everything packed up, ready to go. Yeah, it's the ride, man. You gotta get the ride ready to go so you can get up out of here. Just gonna make this money now, man.
The ride ain't here.
In the morning, but shit, it's gonna happen. And we eating steak for dinner.
What got you into this business?
My boy right there. My boy, he a beast at this, but my buddy out there in the mountain, he got rolled up off by Pinkerton. They arrested him, they impounded his truck and everything.
So Pinkerton's really serious.
Oh yeah, Pinkerton is the ones that they'll get you. Pinkerton is the one that the OGs, you know what I mean?
Let's bring you up to speed on the infamous Pinkerton Detective Agency. This 170-year-old firm has been cracking down on criminal plots since the 1850s. Their claims to fame include foiling an early assassination attempt on Abraham Lincoln, making outlaw Butch Cassidy and his guys flee to South America to avoid being caught by them, and that in the 1890s, with over 32,000 guys on staff, they boasted more manpower than the entire U.S. Army.
So what kind of job satisfaction do you have with it? Do you feel like you're caught in a cycle?
Now, yeah. Because, I mean, if I stop, then I don't eat. My family doesn't eat, so you really can't stop me, you know what I mean? You can make a good payday, you can make a real good payday, but, I mean, unless you're willing to shut down shop and stop doing what you're doing, then it's going to keep going, be a cycle, keep on going. People are going to hear about it, you're going to get more people out here. But, I mean, you tend to weed out the people that are built for it, the people that aren't. You know what I mean? Like, it's a waiting game. It's a hit and a miss. You never know when you're going to hit. But when you do hit, you hit pretty fast and you're good.
What can you stand to make?
No, this is crazy.
I made up to close to 25K. Maybe as low as a fucking couple $100. It just all depends on what you find.
Was there an event in your life, like a financial stressor that said, this is what I'm going to do?
My old lady broke her neck in a car accident. She severed her C4 all the way down to C7. She was paralyzed, she couldn't walk. I lost my job. I had to take her to the doctors. And all her doctor's visits, we had to teach her how to walk again.
What kind of job were you working before?
I had a great job. I was working agriculture. I had a company truck. I was making about $75K a year. I had a real good job.
You quit that to do this? Because you make more doing this.
I mean, now I built a record for myself. I put in a record, so it's going to be a little bit hard to find a good job with. I mean, once you get into it, it's it. You know what I mean? It's kind of, that's why I tell people that do it or want to try to do it, it's just remain smart, don't get caught.
There's a lot of youth out there that are feeling really reckless and thinking, hey, I can just get quick.
Who's doing this?
They don't have a record yet. What would you do?
It's not worth it. You're going to get yourself out into federal charges. You know what I mean? Once you get federal charges, you're doing 85% of your time. You're not going to do no half time. There's no fucking, you know, good behavior.
Good, but literally.
You're sitting down with some big boys. I don't know if you noticed, there was a plane flying around for the past 7 nights. I've been watching it. It comes, it's in a routine, it's on a route. It circles around, and I mean, they have beat sensors, they have night vision, they follow you. They'll follow you back to your home, they'll follow you back to wherever you're going. That's why I say they'll do the case on it.
Sure enough, this guy here who I'll call C got arrested exactly in the manner that he described. He recently got out of jail and called me to tell me that the same week we had met him, he completed a train mission and went to his safe house where he was then tracked down by a police helicopter and swarmed by 12 sheriff's vehicles. Fuck? He was arrested at gunpoint, brought to jail, and was told that he was facing 3 years of federal time. However, he said that due to what seems to be a technicality of jurisdiction, apparently the local police had to drop his case, which, if this is true, would explain why the sheriffs would just drive past and ignore the train thieves. If anyone watching this episode is in law enforcement or is a lawyer, please tell me if this local police not having jurisdiction holds any water.
I guess most crime seems to be indicative of someone being stuck in a cycle. And anytime you're stuck, you're not free. So it's just sad. Like, even though they're doing bad shit, like stealing some of the packages, I still feel bad for these people. I still sympathize with them in a way. I mean, this is not a life that anyone would envy. There's nothing glamorous, there's nothing cool. Because I think at the end of the day, you want to have an impact on the world that's positive. Everyone wants that. This is not something that you can rest in.
No, I ain't never know niggas was out here doing this as a job. This is crazy.